fatigue, okay? Ghetto fatigue, aka, okay? Black fatigue, aka ghetto fatigue, okay? So this is show number 2, okay? Oh my God. Okay. Now, I don't know why I'm being silenced. Okay. I don't know why I'm being silenced. I didn't do anything to anybody. I don't know why I'm being silenced. Okay. I didn't do anything to anybody. I don't know why I'm being silenced. Okay. I'm not even a big content creator. I don't know why I'm being silenced like this. Okay. All right. Now, back to what I was saying. We go to this show just to humiliate each other. The balloon popping show, we just go to this show to humiliate each other. Mind you, it's good content, okay? It's good content, but also it shows the lack of love we have for one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see a show where you walk up to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about black folks, you got that rhythm. Like when you meet somebody and that, you know what I'm saying, that thing click like this, baby, can't nobody do nothing. When that thing click, like something about black love. When that thing click like this, you hear me? When that thing click like this, boom, ain't nobody could do nothing. I don't care if you and him are across the room. You on one side of the room, he on the other side of the room. And when that thing click, baby, and the music drop, somehow y'all find each other in the midst of this. You hear me? Ain't nothing like black love. When you get in the midst of it, baby, it's nasty. It's nasty. You hear me? In a good way. But all these balloon popping shows show you the Pookie and Ray Ray side. You know what I'm saying? And then in the midst, you get some good black men and black women in the midst. But it shows you the Pookie and Ray Ray ratchetness, okay? Because, listen to me, in reality, let's talk about it. When you meet somebody, you do not immediately tell them, oh, I don't like your hair. You know what I'm saying? You don't immediately tell them, oh, I don't like the way you dress. You know what I'm saying? You don't immediately say, oh, why you wearing all that jewelry? You don't say that. It's when you have been talking for a minute and then you ask questions. Oh, why every time I see you, you always have this jewelry on? Oh, this type of dress that you wear or this type of clothes that you wear, you know what I'm saying? I like to see you maybe look a little different. That's how relationships start. But if you immediately get in here and start bashing somebody, how is that supposed to work out? Okay? How is that supposed to work out? I'm just saying. Now, let's get to the next foolery of the day. So I heard this, and I was today years old when I heard this, okay? Corey Joe, thank you for sending me 100 rubies. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. So, when I heard this, okay, Exit 9, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Brenda, how you doing? So, when I heard this, I was like, I was today years old when I heard this. And y'all probably heard this before, but this is the first time I heard this. Okay, here we go.
Me and my brother are going to tell you how the term barbershop is created.
No way, bro.
Family, just know it isn't pretty. Yeah, you're going to love Mr. and Mrs. Barbarelli. He's going to help you with that nappy head.
So he just cuts and ties it up right there?
Yeah, he's a smooth magician with hair.
And Barber, you know you're going to be famous, right? All the brothers is going to find out about you.
In fact, everyone did find out. Not just the brothers and sisters, but even the masters. When they found out, well, it wasn't pretty, folks.
We didn't know, but they could tell Weeze was clean, y'all see, and they immediately blamed Mr. Barbarelli. It was bad, Sam, real bad.
Well, Barb, y'all done it this time. I can't have you cleaning up my monkeys like that. You know it, I'd be a laughing stock.
I'm so sorry, Master. Please forgive, sir.
The barn burned down that night,
And so did Mr. Barbarelli. Nobody found his body, Sam. And that's where it began. We never forgot Mr. Barbarelli, so we started calling it the barbershop. The white ones take away everything.
I was today years old when I heard that. I was like, is that serious? I was today years old when I heard that. Corey Joe, I see you, baby, giving me gifts. I appreciate you. Said, one Take Heed membership. Thank you, honey. I appreciate you for taking time to donate to the channel. Okay, everybody, if you can take time and donate to the channel as well, Take Heed would greatly appreciate it. Okay, now let's continue with the next foolery, because let's stay here just for a minute. When I saw this, I was like, wait a minute, is this real? You hear me? Is this real? I couldn't believe it. Oh my God. You know what? I don't know why we get so many trolls. A-Team, I see you. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. So when I heard this, I was like, nah, this is something else. This is something else. My brothers and sisters, there's a lot of history that we know nothing about. Let's get to the next one, okay? Let's get to the next one, okay? Now, this gonna be a little something, okay? The Muslim religion and the Christian religion, there's a lot of difference in both of these religions, okay? And I want y'all to hear how this brother break this down, okay? I want y'all to hear how this brother breaks this down. Green Bean says, I lost track of that story. I lost track of that story. Don't worry. I got it in our group chat on IG. All you got to do is scroll and you'll see it. Okay? Now, let's get to this foolery right here. He said there's a big difference between church and the masjid. Let's get in here. Here we go.
We don't need to know. We don't need to see the picture of the imam, his wife, none of that. We here for Allah.
Can I say something though? Can I say something?
They said that because I used to nap in the back of the church. Like they came to me for that.
Can I say
Because it's
something?
9 hours. Why wouldn't you? Allah has mercy on the Muslim. It's 15 minutes. We know you got shit to do. Huh? It's on a lunch break with the construction worker joint on offense a lot next to me, and he about to go back in the middle of the street and work for the city.
Right.
Allah has mercy on the Muslim.
Right.
What the fuck I got you here for 7 hours for? And why the collection plate keep coming around? Huh? You go in the masjid, the sadaqah box right there. If you want to, put to the water bill because you made wudu. If you want to, put to the light bill because you offer salat in here, you can.
Inshallah.
But ain't nobody passing the sadaqah box around. Yo, can you put something in this joint? Yo, honey, credit cards, we accept credit. The one preacher said, lock the doors. He said, lock the doors. No. We need a 50 ball tonight.
Now, I know that's nasty, but it's true. Sun Kiss, I see you for the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. Now, I know what he said is nasty, but it's true. The Christian church done got so tainted where they got ATMs in the lobby. They got ATMs in the lobby. It done got so tainted when it comes to money. They got ATMs in the lobby. They also got the tap. As you passing around the collection plate, they don't even have the collection plate no more. They got the tap next to it. So you just tap, and then, you know, you pass the machine down. Shout out to Square. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Square. I ain't hating Square. I ain't hating Square. Okay? But, you know, you tap. Boom. Everybody go, you know, tap. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Church has become a business. Like, we're trying to seek God, but church has become a business. That's why I tell y'all, seek God for yourself. Get into the word of God. Seek God for yourself. The Muslim religion have flaws as well. Okay? They got a lot of stuff going on with them too. But the difference between them and the Christian religion and the Muslim religion is that the Muslim religion will call out the deficiency. See, the Christian religion will get up here and tell you God loves all people. He loves us all. God don't love sinners though. Ain't that nasty? God loves us all. But he don't love sinners. So how is that? How are we doing that? They will get here and tell you all types of foolery. No one will give corrections. You understand? Nobody will give corrections in the Christian community. They'll just get out here and give you love in abundance. Shout out to Mr. He Said and Mrs. She Said because they use that word. They will just get out here and say love in abundance. Everything is love in abundance. Never tell you that, oh, shame is needed as well. You understand? Shame is needed as well. Never tell you that. They'll just get out here and have you to believe that, oh, what you doing, it's all right because you feel that way. Judge ye not and ye shall not be judged. They never want to practice shame. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. Not one time want to practice shame. And if you get out there, you, my brother, or you, my sister, get in here and tell your brothers and sisters that you wrong for this and you wrong for that, they'll tell you, oh, mind your business. You ain't her daddy, mind your business. You ain't her mama. This is what they'll say. That's the difference. The Christian community accepts all types of foolery. And when judgment day come, how will you explain that to God? Take heed, got some explaining to do too. I ain't saying I'm perfect, okay? But at least I know what's right and what's wrong. I'm not in the gray area like, oh, this is, no, that's wrong. I love you, but the lifestyle you living ain't right. So let's get to the next foolery. Remember, this is ghetto fatigue today. We're talking about ghetto fatigue today. Okay? I want y'all to hear this, okay? Now, this is nasty. Get ready. Hold your stomach. This is nasty. When I heard this, I was like, oh. Okay, now this is alleged. But let's get to the first foolery. Here we go.
Reportedly claims that Diddy's mother had uniquely disturbing recipes. She says, Janice had this jar of Diddy's nut in the fridge and would take it out and drizzle it over macaroni as if it was cheese, then baked it and made us eat it with tap water. Cassie reportedly claims that Diddy's mother had uniquely disturbing recipes. She says, Janice had this jar of Diddy's nut in the fridge and would take it out and drizzle it over macaroni as if it was cheese, then baked it and made us eat it with tap water. Cassie reportedly claims that Diddy's mother had uniquely disturbing recipes. She says, Janice had this jar of Diddy's nut in the fridge and would take it out and drizzle it over macaroni as if it was cheese, then bake.
When I heard that, I was like, no, this can't be right. This can't be right. When I heard that, I was like, no, something's wrong. Black Queen, how are you? I was like, no, something's wrong here. That's nasty. That's what I was thinking. Like, no, this is disgusting. Okay, I was like, no, this can't be right. I want to share something with y'all. American people, because we're not raised with all this spiritual things, you know, stuff like that. Only our ancestors understand like spiritual power and stuff like that. Anything that is in the blood, anything with the blood. This is why when you hear people talk about Yahweh in ancient times, it's always something to do with blood. The blood is a covenant. You understand? And even when y'all young women be trying to do these spells on these young men and you use, you know, your blood and stuff like that, you're making a covenant. It's power in the blood. That song is not just a song, it's true. There's power in the blood. And so when you hear this, I said, wait a minute. Okay? I said, wait a minute. Now we're gonna just move on. We're gonna move on because that was harsh. We're gonna move on. Okay. Now there's a woman who came here on social media and she said this about all y'all Diddy victims. Okay, this is what she said. Now, I know it's nasty, but she ain't lying. Here we go.
Is built off of pure vibes and no proof. I need to seriously ask y'all a question for those that's watching this. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence for the crimes that he committed, that he allegedly committed? Y'all saying he's guilty because a few people got on the stand lying. Like seriously, he's guilty because y'all seen a few people get on the stand and start crying and giving their testimony as to what they think happened. So that's why he's guilty. If that's all you need to get a conviction that someone is guilty, we are all not safe. Remember, this is a federal courtroom. This is not a Love and Hip Hop courtroom edition. The prosecution ain't got no footage, no wiretaps, no interstate records. And most importantly, they don't have a single unbiased witness. Just a bunch of vibes, accusations, and people with motives. So honestly, let's really talk about it, y'all. None of y'all were hostile.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie? Every person who got up there to talk about Diddy, where is the lie though, y'all? Where the lie at though? Everybody who got up there and spoke against this man had motive. They all received something from him to do those acts. So where is the lie? So this is why I don't get in here and say that, oh, he did these things. You were a willing participant. You were willing. You wanted to keep your job, right? You wanted to keep your job. You liked all those perks. You went. You knew how his party went, but you went though. You know how his parties get down after they, you know, the lights go down, you know, but you went though, okay? Okay, all y'all bragged about a Diddy party this, Diddy party that, y'all went though, okay? Now he subject y'all to go through all this food. This one man, he forced you. I heard a brother get in here. Okay, somebody was his assistant or something. And Diddy told him, listen, I want you to smash old girl right here. Do it right now. I want to see you do it. So he said, he started crying. He started crying. The guy started crying in the video. He started crying. And he said he didn't want to sleep with the girl, but he walked up to the girl. He asked her, you know, do you want to? And she was like, yeah, you know. So he said he put on a condom. He said he put a condom on and he began to start, you know, doing his thing with the woman. He said he waited until he saw Diddy leave and then he pulled out of the woman and he said he just sat somewhere in the corner. Now, anybody raise your hand if you believe that story. Raise your hand in the chat if you believe that story, okay? If you do not believe that story, okay, put a number 2 in the chat if you don't believe that story. Put a number 2 if you don't believe that happened, okay? But raise your hand in the chat if you believe that happened. You telling me that y'all was drunk and everything, okay? I just want to know. I just want to know. You were drunk, okay? Y'all drinking and everything, okay? Spirits make you talk. Spirits make you do stuff that you would have never thought that you was capable of doing, okay? So this is why I needed to be the judge in this situation, because I would have broke this down, okay? So you telling me that a woman said yes to you. You were ready to perform. You got it up. And then so you raking her over, you doing the damn thing, okay? You in full motion, okay? You doing the damn thing, because when a man jump on you, this is exercise. So you in full motion, okay? And then all of a sudden, once you saw Diddy leave, you pulled out and got dressed and go sat in the corner. Do you believe that story? Do you believe that story? Corey Joe, he waved his hand. He believed the story. Corey Joe, you believe the story? A man is in full motion, ready to tear that JJ up. You believe that story? I'm just saying. Do anybody know a man that does that? I'm wondering, do anybody know a man that does that? Like you in full motion, okay? Okay? You in full motion. You know, you doing the damn thing. And now you looking around. You looking around to see if Diddy is gone. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm looking around to see if Diddy is gone. So now I'ma pull out and go sit down in the corner. Okay? Now Corey Joe said he was scared Diddy was going diddler him. Now listen. Now listen. I don't think Diddy was going diddler him. Diddy said, that's what I thought he said in the beginning. Good morning, Realistic Vibe. How are you? Happy Sunday to you too. So let me share something with you. When he said it, I was like, oh no, did Diddy touch him? When he first started saying, I was like, did Diddy touch him? That's what I thought, okay? But he said that he got a condom. Diddy told him, this woman right here, he got the condom and he put it on and he began to, get in the motion with this woman. Mind you, they drinking and drugging here, okay? But he said he was getting in the motion with her, but he was watching for Diddy, okay, to leave so that he can pull out and go sit in the corner. What man do you know that does that, okay? What man do you know that does that? If anybody know any man that does that, please tell him he is amazing, okay? Please tell him he is an amazing man. I don't know no man, even when that JJ stink. Is that nasty? Even when that JJ smell a little tart. Because some of y'all don't clean that JJ. Even when that JJ is a little tart, he's still gonna hit it. And he gonna tell you afterwards, that thing stink. You know it stink. Go wash up. That thing stinks. Something is not right down there. Okay? After he done did what he did. But you telling me that you were in it. And then all of a sudden you were paying attention to where Diddy was going. Okay? Everybody in the house screwing. But you were paying attention where Diddy was going so that you can stop. I'm not going with that. I'm not going with that. So do I believe y'all all was willing participants? Yes, I do. You all got something from Diddy. All of y'all got something from Diddy. Nobody will get in here. He forced me. Why are you at the party? Why do you work for this man? This is when you quit. You go get you a regular 9 to 5. Good morning, Mr. He said, how are you, sir? There's no way. You in mid-stroke talking about I was looking for Diddy. How? What man is looking I'm focusing on what I'm tearing up right now. You ever see a man? No. Let's talk about it, my sisters. Let's talk about it. When your husband, I want to say husband, when your husband is going taking you to Pound Town, and all you hear is that, right? And he taking you to Pound Town. Is he looking all around like this? Is he? Is he looking like this? Is he looking all around? Or is he looking at you? Is he looking all around or is he looking at you? I'm just saying. Is he looking all around? I'm just saying. I'm just asking a question. This is a question I want an answer to this question. Is he looking all around or is he looking at you? He looking at you. You want to know why he looking at you? He want to see your face. The movement of your face, how you know what I'm saying? He want to see if he hit it to the right spot. He want to see your face, okay? He want to see how your eyes roll up. You know what I'm saying? If it's real good, he know he done hit it right. He feel good about it, like, yeah, I got it. I done hit it right. Especially if he done lift your leg and turn you a little bit, he look at you in the face to see how you know what I'm saying? Like in mid-stroke and he flip you. You know what I'm saying? He want to see, not flip you all the way, but flip you to the side because he want to see your face reaction. And then when you give him that reaction, he look at you like, yeah, now take this. You know what I'm saying? You gonna tell me you was looking at... You gonna tell me you was looking at Diddy. Diddy was looking. Diddy was looking and you was looking. Okay. Now, let's get to the next foolery, okay? Remember, this is ghetto fatigue today, okay? Because we tired of this bullshit. This is ghetto fatigue today, okay? Walker, how are you, sir? It's good to see you, one of my original kings. Thank you for coming, okay? All right. Diddy locking eyes. I just want to know. Mr. He said, that's what I want to know. So you looking at Diddy the whole time, make sure he disappear. I can't. Now, let's go to the next video, okay? This is Ghetto Fatigue Saturday. Oh, I should make that something like that. Oh, that might be a new show. This is Ghetto Fatigue Saturday. Okay. Oh my God, I'm tired. Now, let's get back to Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. Now, I told y'all we gonna be flipping because this is ghetto fatigue, okay? Okay, black fatigue. We gonna get into the next one. Here's Tory Lanez and everybody again.
The passenger, you're talking about the front passenger?
No, the rear.
The rear passenger. So the girl comes out of the rear passenger and she goes to the front passenger?
Yes.
And she opens up the car door?
Yes.
And then what happens?
They're screaming and shouting at each other and they start fighting.
The two girls?
Yeah, I can see one like feet coming out trying to kick her and the other one's fighting and then the passenger gets out.
So
basically the car stopped. The girl in the back got out, started screaming, shouting, ripped the door, pulled the door open, but pulled it so sort of viciously. That's why I presume the driver got out. She starts screaming, she starts hitting the girl. The girl on the side, her feet come out, she starts to kick the girl away. Passenger, they get out, they start fighting here. They start fighting. The driver comes around and tries to sort of break it up. It's a bit more violent. Between them, the girl then climbs back into the front driver passenger seat.
where's the shorter black guy?
He's in the back.
He's in the back of the car? So you see the girl doing the shooting?
I see what appears to be the girl standing here and shooting into the car. That's what it looked like to me. But then the guy gets out.
Where was this witness where was the body cam when this witness was telling the officer that it was the woman. It appears that it was the woman that was doing the shooting, because what happened was both of them began to thug it out. They got out that car and thugged it out. Now, Harris, I don't know how you got up there and fought this big rhino. I don't know how you did that. Now, listen, I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean. Please forgive me. I'm not being mean. Okay? I'm a big girl. I'm not being mean. I'm not saying she's big like, because she chubby. I'm not saying that, because Stallion is big. She's tall. That's a big woman. That's a big woman. And so, Harris, you up there, you know what I'm saying? You not that big. You up there battling it out with Stallion, okay? And I know she hit you with a couple good pieces. You up there battling it out with Stallion and shit, okay? And then now you don't realize I can't beat this big bitch. You don't realize I can't beat her. Let me go get something from the car. And then now we hear the pew, 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 pew. And then it stopped, pew, pew. Okay, now we hear that, okay? But where was this eyewitness? Okay, we waiting on the security or the driver when y'all had regular average people who knew about this mess and nobody wanted to say nothing. A prosecutor, you have failed. You have failed. The prosecutor, you have failed in your job, sir. Okay? I hope they take your license from you. You have failed in this situation. Okay? You didn't get the body cam, had all this stuff. You didn't even have to go far. The body cam was there. You could have just pulled these videos and you would have known that it wasn't him, that it was Harris that did this shit, but y'all had already, okay? Y'all had already gave Harris immunity and shit, okay? All right? Now Walker said he got paid. He got paid. The prosecutor got paid. Now, did you get a gift from the Biden and Harris presidency? Did you get a gift from the U.S. aid? I'm wondering. Because the way you botched this whole thing don't make no sense. The way you botched this whole thing didn't make no damn sense. I'm sorry. Okay? The way you botched this thing made no damn sense. You sent an innocent man to prison. And because he didn't want to tell that it was really Harris that did the pew pew pewing, and he was trying to stop her from pew pew pewing Megan in the first place. But y'all both teamed up together because you didn't want nobody to know, oh, this was bad for my image. You didn't want nobody to know you was screwing Tory, your best friend's so-called man. This why when y'all be like, we got a sisterhood, I know go agree. Okay? Did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? I know go agree. Okay? Yes. When y'all get in here and be like, we got a sisterhood. There's no sisterhood. There's no sisterhood. Okay? Because when y'all get in here, you can screw each other. Man, that ain't no sisterhood. Ain't no sisterhood. You get up there, you jealous of your girlfriend because she telling you something about her and her husband had went somewhere and did something. You jealous. So, one day you ask the husband to come over and fix something and you booty butt naked and everything like that. You screw somebody's husband. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust nobody. I remember this heifer that lived next door to us, okay? Caucasian woman. Okay? Young Caucasian woman. Okay? Living over here with her mama and everybody. Used to always call my husband to do stuff at their house. You know what I'm saying? And I tell my husband now, don't bring nothing home, like no bugs or none of that stuff. You trying to go in people's house, right? So he'll laugh. He said, I'm not going over there to do nothing like that. Come on now. I'm like, I'm just letting you know. One day she came asking for my husband in some booty cut shorts. So now this is the question to y'all today. Did the hood take heed come out to correct that ass? Or did the take heed that's calm, that I'm praying and everything? Which take heed came out? Which tape he came out? Okay? Okay? She can't, I corrected that ass. I told her, I said, listen, yes, thank you. That's the hood came out. The hood came out. Yes, y'all know. Y'all know. The Jersey, you already know. I told her, I said, listen, baby, you gonna stop calling my husband for everything coming to your house. You understand? This is why they have maintenance people. Call somebody to come fix whatever going on in your house. Don't come over here no more asking my husband to fix nothing. She says, oh, it's not like that. I said, no, you heard me. You heard me. Because the next time I see you, it's not going to be nice. Then she walked around, told all the people in the neighborhood that I'm mean and this and that. And only one woman on my block believed that, I was not being mean. And that was the mommy of the block. She said, I saw her walking over to your house in those booty cut shorts. And that's the day you went off on her. I said, yes, that's the day. That's the day. You want some Nigerian dick? That's what you want? That's why you came over knocking on my door? Anyway, now let's get back to the situation. This was a woman scorned, okay? Tory got mixed in this foolery by sleeping with both of these women. That's why he said he was sorry. It wasn't that he said he was sorry because he pew-pewed Megan. He said he was sorry because the situation started with him by sleeping with both friends. That's his problem. That's why he was saying sorry. That was his problem. But y'all was like, no, it's because he pew-pewed Megan. I was like, no, he's saying sorry because what he done. Okay? Great story. Corey Joe said, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. It's real life. Anything take heed be getting up here talking about, this be real. I don't have time to, telling the fake stuff. Okay? This be real. Now, even to this day, she don't talk to me no more. She see me in the backyard. She don't say shit to me. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing, bitch. Okay? Now, Corey Joe, thank you for the $2 super chat. I appreciate you, honey. Now, this is the next thing. Now, this is going to trigger some people. Some of y'all going to get offended, okay? But this is what a lot of men that I told y'all, a lot of our brothers understand that there's a problem in their programming. A lot of our brothers understand at a certain age there's a problem with their programming because they may be sensitive to certain stuff, and other men who are raised with men with king mindsets, okay, they're not sensitive to that. So men find out that their programming is messed up when they get a little older, when they only been raised by their mama. And this brother gonna come in, he gonna say this, okay? Check out what he said. Here we go.
Niggas that raised by single mothers be bitches. Be bitches. I had to accept that myself. Be too emotional. All you did was watch a bitch your whole life. Now you respond like a bitch. Bitch ass nigga. Now once you accept that, you gotta get that bitch out of you, and then you gotta operate like a real nigga. You feel me? But niggas that raised by single mothers be bitches. Be bitches. I had to accept that myself. Be too emotional.
What did he say? He said, I had to accept it myself. We be too emotional. See, a man working outside of his order, when he's working on his mother's understanding, he's a problem. He's a problem because women understanding is very different from men. A man with a king mindset. I didn't say any man. I said a man with a king mindset. That doesn't mean he's rich. That means he knows how to assess certain situations without blowing up. Okay? Without going crazy. Because I'm going to share something with you. A man that doesn't have control of his emotions, he can't govern over a household. He can't move people in his household. He can't get shit done. Because he's working outside of his programming, because Yahweh did not make him like that. It's his upbringing. Most men, when they find out that, when they find out the programming is wrong, they start going to change it. That's one thing I gotta give to the younger brothers. When they find out the programming's off, they go change. They try like something else. They gotta do something else. The younger women, they do it too, but it's not as much, because you want to know why? We, as the older women, we co-sign a lot of the foolery that we see on social media. Like if you see one of our younger women doing, shaking that thing, okay, or she on social media and she booty butt naked, you'll have all the women like, that's right, girl, live your life, do what you want to do. The same thing like Remy nonsense going on right now. Remy ain't do nothing knowing she was the one that was doing all the foolery, okay? Because no woman came forth and said she was rocking with Papoose, okay? But anyway, I digress. This is what happens because we co-sign the foolery. So we don't let these younger women grow to understand that this is wrong, okay? We just let them understand, oh, whatever you do is right. That's our problem. Hey, contractor, what's going on, sir? It's good to see you. That's our problem. But when these younger men know that something is wrong, okay? Sometimes it takes time for them to know something is wrong. Sometimes they either going off to the military, okay? They either getting under some other brothers that got some logic, okay? Talking with other brothers who got, that king mindset, okay? Or either sometimes it take them to go to prison and meet one of those older brothers in prison. Ain't that crazy? That's one of them that these brothers pick, okay? And this is how they learn that what they have been taught is wrong. Then sometimes, you know what it takes for you to go talk to your daddy? Ain't that nasty? You be wanting to know why your daddy was never around, and then when you actually go talk to your father, you know what I'm saying? Then you find out the truth, okay? You find out the truth, okay? Now, why is he saying that? Because, share a little story time. I remember when my aunties and them was talking about how my father ain't shit, and how my mama shouldn't have been with him, you know what I'm saying? He was an ain't shit man because he didn't claim you, When your mama was pregnant with you, he didn't claim you. I was too young to really ask them because, in my time, you feared your parents. You couldn't ask them certain things. So I waited till I got a little older, right? And I asked him, I said, Daddy, why didn't you claim me when my mama was pregnant with me? I asked him. He looked at me. He said, who told you that? I said, my aunties and them was talking about you, and I heard them say that. And he said, He said, sit down. He said, sit down. One day I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you one day. But not right now. You're still young. Okay? I said, okay. So now, I done got of age. And I still wanted to ask that question. He said, your mama was cheating on me. Your mama was my side chick. And your mama had another man that looked like me. So that's why, I ain't claim you. That's why. I said, what? He said, yeah. The man was tall, dark, and everything, just like me. Only thing that my daddy walked with like a limp, like a pimp limp. He walked with a limp. That's because his leg. But he always, you know what I'm saying? This how my daddy looked. Okay? So him and the man look identical. But they was blaming my daddy for not claiming me and trying to say my mama was this perfect woman and this and that. And my mama was a hoe. Now, mind you, I love my mama. I'm not, I'm not down here to hurt nobody's feelings. I love my mama. But she had hoish behavior. Okay? So I went to my mama. You grown now. You get to say a little something. Not too much, because, they still hit you. Okay? So I said, Mama, all these years I always thought that Daddy had denied me because he just was denying me. And she said, what you saying? I said, Mama, you was cheating. You know, you got to, you can't be screaming at nobody. You know, back in my era, you couldn't be talking to your mama like you crazy. So I said, Mama, but you were cheating on my daddy. You know, you were cheating on him with somebody who looked like him. And so that's why, you know, he said I wasn't his. And her whole face just turned. Her whole face just turned. She got quiet. I said, so Ma, you were cheating on my daddy? He said, well, your daddy had a whole family across the way, this and that. I said, but you had already knew he had a family when you was messing with him, though. And she would not let me hold her accountable. She would not let me hold her accountable. Let me share something with y'all, my sisters. When y'all make those side chick babies, those side chick babies are hated by the original main chick children. Because the main chick children got to grow up with the arguments that the daddy and they mama got to have in the house. They got to grow up with foolery that's going on in their house because of the side chick baby. Okay? Do you know how many times I used to hate going over there when I was young? Because my brother and sister got so many gifts and everything, all the way up to the top of the roof of the ceiling. And I got a few gifts because, you know, I didn't live in a household. I got a few gifts. And I remember when my brother said to me, and I still remember to this day, and I love my brother, but I remember to this day when he said to me that, you's a bastard. He said, you's a bastard. Okay? Now, was he lying? He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. They were the legal children. But the shit still hurt it. The shit still hurt it. I had no legal anything to this family. Like, you know, nothing. Nothing at all. Now, don't get me wrong. My daddy whooped him, though. My daddy whooped him. My daddy, this is back in the day. They, you know what I'm saying? My daddy whooped him, you know. My daddy used to have this big weight belt, baby. Whew, he'd take it to you. My daddy whooped him. Yeah. He got a whooping. Okay? My daddy didn't play that mess. Man, he laid that weight belt was a problem for all of us. My daddy was not, he was not one of those men that just let you just say whatever. Okay? I'm just let you know. Okay, he wasn't lying. He was not lying, though, Walker. That's right. Kids are cruel, but he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. And he tell me, sis, I'm sorry for saying that back in the day. I tell him, baby, it's all right. I understand. But the main chick children, okay, they the ones that suffer when the side chick babies come into play. Some of y'all right now watching me, you were side chick babies. Okay, you were side chick babies. Now let's get to the next foolery of the day. Okay, now this woman came to, let me see, is this right? I just want to make sure if it's right before I play it. Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's right. It's right. We're gonna play it now. Okay, because I wanted to see who was the what show was it? Okay, so tonight's conversation, okay, got this woman. Okay, all right. Tonight's conversation got this woman up there. You know how they had them shows and stuff like that, and a whole bunch of people are there. So you got this black woman, melanated woman. Okay, get up there. She proud to be a side chick. Okay, she proud to be a side chick, and this is the one thing I dislike about us being black women is that. You gotta hear the crowd. They like supporting her shit, okay? Only one woman holds her accountable on the show. Now, y'all already know who that woman is. Let's get to the video. Here we go. Here we go.
And somebody comes and asks a question about side chicks. Why is it always so negative? And why is it like, oh, you guys are wrong or whatever? That man doesn't love you. That man's not gonna leave his wife.
There's an argument that sometimes a side chick get the best of the man.
And I do.
Okay. Oh my God.
She proud. She proud.
And you a proud side chick.
I want you to be really honest.
Okay.
Are you her husband?
Absolutely.
She said absolutely.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Oh, okay. There's a difference in believing in God and fearing God. I don't think that you fear God because I don't think you understand the conviction that's being a person who is the person who is stepping into somebody's marriage. God does not approve of that. If you read that word, if you take in your daily bread, there will be a conviction. You think that this is just a book that works for you whenever you want it to work for you. That's not how it goes, baby. So for you to be able to say that you believe in God right now, that's the reason. If y'all really want to know why I'm passionate about this conversation, that's the reason. Because in my walk, I fear God. So every behavior that I have reflects on the godly principles and my fear of God. So I am never going to get up to no mic and say that I knowingly have stepped into somebody else's marriage, and I am okay with that. If the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee you if the shoe was on the other foot. You talking about this woman doesn't approve of that. You causing pain to that woman as well. We as brothers and sisters of Christ, we are not supposed to be causing intentional pain on somebody else. So I challenge you, since you got up to this mic to try to challenge your girl Kitty. I challenge you, okay? Because now you finna see 6'5" growth side. I challenge you, honey. I challenge you. Maybe you need to fast so you can get that spiritual demon off of you.
And that's the type of shit we need to be telling these sisters. Because there's no way you talking about you believe in God, you going to the church, you're jumping into the church and everything, you screaming you believe in God, and you're screwing the pastor and you know he married. There's no way you talk about you believe in the Most High God and you're going to the church, you screwing the pastor, and you smile on his wife's face and hug the wife every Sunday. You don't know that, you don't understand that wife know that you the one. One thing y'all always fail with when it comes to this is that you don't know the wife know you're there. She knows you're there. She has seen her husband go to your house. She knows you're there. All y'all do is brag about being side chicks, and this makes sense to you. Instead of you getting it right in your time so that a man of substance will come for you, not you go for him, because that doesn't work. And I don't know why we got that in our head that, oh, I'm a find a good husband. You can't find a good husband. You got to clean out everything that is not right within you in order for Yahweh to send you one of his sons. That's what we always mess up. Take Heed was messing up that too. Take Heed messed that up too. Because all the while I said, oh, God told me he was my husband. God told me he was my husband. Not knowing that Yahweh had already sent my king the word. And then he gave me the confirmation. He sent my king the word. Yes, that one right there. That chubby, big one right there. That's your wife. That one right there. That's your wife. Then when I asked Yahweh, Yahweh said, yeah, that's your husband. He had already just sent me, yeah, this is the man you're supposed to marry. But he had already told his son, this one right here, this one that aggravates you all the time, this right here, this your student. This one that aggravates you, that be biting on you, jumping on you and stuff, this your wife right here, okay? Now train her well because it's going to be a nightmare here, okay? It's going to be a nightmare if you don't train her well. So that's what happened to me. She's sitting up there, she clapped, talking about, that's right, I'm a good side chick. Where? Holidays, you could never be with this man. He can only be with you just until a certain hour before it's time for him to get home. You could never take vacations with this man without it being a business vacation. And you happy about that. You hear me? You happy about that. Bird, I'm telling the truth. Nightmare, that's right. That's right. I'm my husband's nightmare. I'm his nightmare. But he likes his nightmare, so he stays like that. Now I'm going to share something with y'all. We need to start holding each other accountable. We do. Now, don't get me wrong. Take Heed holds a lot of y'all accountable for the shit that you do, right? But remember, Take Heed had done it too. See, I can only hold you accountable is if I had done it, okay? I done it, and I got past it. Now, if you in the midst of doing this shit, you can't hold me accountable. If you fucking Mr. Tim and then I'm fucking Mr. John, I can't hold nobody accountable because I'm doing the same shit you doing. How can I hold you accountable? I'm doing the same shit you doing. Don't that look crazy? That look crazy. That's why I always tell y'all content creators, be careful of the shit that you do. You can't hold me accountable if you doing the same shit that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like if you out there selling pussy, you can't be telling me not to sell pussy, but you selling pussy for $2. Okay? You selling pussy for $2, you telling me that I ain't supposed to be selling pussy for $2. That's the only problem I got when we get in here and give people corrections. You can't be doing the same thing you're trying to correct me for. Now, let's get to the next foolery. This is ghetto, okay, fatigue, okay, black fatigue, A.K.A Ghetto Fatigue Saturday, okay? Let's talk about it. Now, the next thing is, this woman said this. Let's normalizing letting these ninjas know, okay? Another black woman, another sister from the two front rows. Everybody that I have mentioned today this morning is always the ghetto part of our community, the two front rows in our community that cause all this destruction, okay? Now, remember, all of us ain't like that, okay? But the two front rows that we let these mother so-and-so sit in the front, that's why people think all black people like this, okay? When these mofos need to be in the back. This is one thing Take Heed just disagree with y'all on. We get here and we promote these Negroes that do nonsense in the two front rows. That's right, they living their life. No. See, in the Caucasian community and the Latino community, they got this same ghetto ratchet shit too. They got this stuff too. They got it. Okay? Hey, Malik, how are you, honey? They got this ghetto ratchet stuff too. They do. But the thing is that people can't fool them with judge ye and judge ye not, and who is without sin, cast the first stone. Okay? You can't fool their community with stuff like that. Who is without sin, cast the first stone. You can't. You can't fool those other communities like that. You know what they do? They tell them, you're going to do what you want to do, but you're going to get your behind in the back. Get that ass in the back. We don't want to see you in the front. You won't have people thinking our community is crazy. The Caucasian community got the same shit that the black people got, okay? And the African American community. They got the same deficiencies, all that bullshit. They got the same thing going on in their community. But they don't uplift that shit. They tell them motherfuckers, get your ass in the back. Latino community too. They got the same shit too, just like the African American community. But they tell them motherfuckers, get your ass in the back. Don't you be in the front. We don't want nobody to see you. When somebody ring the doorbell, you run your ass to the back of the house. Okay? But in the melanated community, okay, somebody ring the doorbell, y'all let these mofos sit in the front, okay? Y'all let these mofos sit in the front, okay? And then people got to walk through all that ghetto-ness to get to the real melanated people, okay? Which we in the back, minding our business, doing what we supposed to do in life, okay? Most black people just want to live and just take care of their children and live in a peaceful place. That's what most black people do. But we got these ghetto mother so-and-sos in the front doing bullshit. And we need to start telling them, get your ass in the back. Get your ass in the motherfucking back. Okay? Because we tired of y'all. But we don't do that. Okay? But anyway, let's get to the video. Okay? Remember, this is Black Fatigue, A.K.A, okay, Ghetto Fatigue, okay, Saturdays. Okay? Here we go.
Can we normalize letting niggas know that we get niggas? Like sometimes you really gotta let a motherfucker know, like, you know I get niggas, right? Like, you know you're an option, right? You're not an obligation.
It's not even a flex like y'all think it is, bro. Like, everybody gets everybody. A man will sit here with no standards, will sit here and talk to a woman that is currently pregnant, and have a man and everything, be married and all, and he will still try to talk to her. That's how easy it is for women. Matter of fact, it's just as easy for a man to do it. A man will sit here and have 2 to 3 baby mothers with one on the way, and a woman will still sit here and be the next baby mother. This is not a flex, bro. Can we make it normal to realize that having options right now is fake? The internet has people thinking that people that want to sleep with them are options. It's not a flex like I make it seem to be. It's just not.
And y'all think it's funny, you know? Like, oh yeah, you know what is a real flex? Anybody want to know what's a real flex? Being in a 2-parent household, understanding that your husband is the head, that's the real flex. Okay? Understanding that you and him are working to uplift your children. That's the real flex. You and him are working on a dynasty. That's the real flex. You going around having options to sleeping with different Negroes is not a flex. That's not a flex. It's not. All y'all who get in here and tell your husband or your boyfriend, oh, I got other men in my DM. They just want to screw you. The man who gave you the wedding ring and gave you his last name, he want to keep you for a lifetime. But y'all get in here, that's a flex. That's a flex. No, I want to see a woman that she married. Her children are put together. They may not be perfect, but they're put together. And she understand that her husband is the head. Now, that's a motherfucking flex. That's a flex right there. Show me a sister like that. And take heed, gonna promote that ass. Every day I turn around, I'm gonna be talking about her. Anyway, I do that with most of my lionesses in the chat. Anyway, shout out to all the lionesses in the house. Shout out to Crimson Cure, because that's her word right there. Can you imagine? Now, shout out to Angry Man, because I told y'all we going to have some famous content creators in here as well. Shout out to Angry Man, okay? I want y'all to hear this clip that he dropped on social media this morning. Check this out.
Protect a black woman. Nobody gives a f*** if he goes to jail for 10 years in this railroad. But I learned that 3-4 years ago, post-pandemic, about y'all, so I don't even talk about it no more. But a lot of people with a brain thought that it was more likely that 2 chicks found out they was the same nigga and one of them shot the other one, versus 2 chicks found out they were with the same dude and the dude shot one of them in the foot. Do with that what you will. He's away. I don't think he's coming home. Yeah, that's what I got for you there.
This is what I said. So the first one, I agree. He wasn't charged with assault with a deadly weapon, but he was charged and convicted of possession of a weapon, discharging a weapon, and assault with the weapon.
Yo, it never ceases to amaze me in this modern day we live in, the sheer amount of grown black men that are terrified of black women. Terrified of telling the truth if it goes against them and their narrative. Terrified of voicing their real opinion. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Why did Take Heat play that? Because in the beginning, the brother said, I don't really care about this brother. Even if he go and do the 10 years, I don't really care. You know why this is a danger for the black community? You want to know why this is a danger? When you have a woman who lies on a man, and we say, well, it ain't me. I don't give a damn. It ain't me. Right? Okay. But you have sons. This can happen to your sons when they get older. Shit like this, if we don't rectify it, shit like this can continue to happen to your sons. This is why Take Heed always speak against it, because I got 2 sons. Like, do I really want stuff like this to happen to my own? And I'm crying and praying and hoping that he be okay while he up in the prison and somebody done shanked him 14 times. Because we scared to get out here and say what it is because you don't want your channel to get taken down. You don't want nobody to say, oh, you's a troublemaker because you told the truth. Take Heed said that with her full chest. Baby, I said it with my full chest, baby. When this thing dropped with Tory and Megan, that something was not right. I kept saying, free Tory, something is not right. That's woman shit. When you hear stuff like that, she said dance. Who says that? I'm about to pow you, I tell you, bitch, dance. Who says that? Now, next ghetto fatigue of the day. Okay? Let's get on the next ghetto fatigue of the day. Black women, because of your sisters, you will always be fooled out of a good man. Is that nasty? Did I go too far? Did I go too far? Black women, because of your sisters, you will always be fooled out of a good man. Check this out right here. Check this out right here. Here we go.
I said, I am trying to have my first child with you. And I promise you, we can get married first, then we can have a child, and I'll treat you right.
Oh, okay.
So do we got a deal or not?
We'll see.
We'll see.
You want that one more time?
I said, I am trying to have my first child with you. And I promise you, we can get married first, then we can have a child, and I'll treat you right.
Now, when y'all hear that, y'all like, wow, they young, right? They young people. When you hear that, they young people. Now, check this out. This brother was on the phone with his girlfriend, okay? Thinking she was by herself, okay? Not knowing that her best friend was in the car with her, okay? So she put her man on a loudspeaker in the car, you know, a speakerphone in the car. Am I saying that right? I'm saying it wrong. But y'all know the phone, the car phone, okay? So now he says, I want to have my first child with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to marry you. I want to have the baby, and I want to treat you right. Does that sound like a plan? Now, they both young, though. You see the video, they both young. So does that sound like a plan? That sounds like a plan. Because he didn't say, I just want to have a baby with you. That's it. He said, I want to marry you first, then have a baby, and I'm going to take care of you. That's what he said. This is a youngin telling them. You know what I'm saying? This is a youngin saying it. You know, I want to get married. I want to have a child, and then I'm going to treat you right. And the friend is on the side filming the doggone conversation on her phone, laughing and hitting her friend. And her friend is like, well, I see, you know, I see. Your best friend will walk you out of your destiny. There's a lot of women right now. Some of y'all might even be here on social media. You ain't even hit the like button. Some of y'all might be in my chat right now. You ain't even hit the like button. Okay, y'all being nasty today. Okay, Y'all being nasty. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page. Okay. So now she tap her. They look at each other and stuff like that. You understand? They look at each other. Some of y'all have walked your best friend out of her destiny. And then later in life, she sees the man that you help her walk out of the destiny with, and he's doing well. He married and everything already, got 2 or 3 children, got his own business. He got a 6-bedroom house and all this other stuff. He doing good. Okay. Now your friend is thinking, I'm here with this bitch in a 2-bedroom apartment. You know what I'm saying? All her baby kids and everything. And I could have been in a 6-bedroom house. I could have been in a 6-bedroom house. Some of y'all walk your best friend. That's why I said sisterhood ain't real. Some of y'all will walk your best friends out of a healthy relationship and a marriage too, because y'all quick to walk somebody out there in marriage. Y'all are quick. Hey Naomi, how are you, honey? Y'all quick to walk somebody out there in marriage. Now, let's get to the next foolery. I found this clip early this morning and I said, this is really ghetto fatigue. This is real ghetto fatigue. This woman who is she's a stylist and she does hair. Okay, she does hair. And y'all know what stylists mean, hair, right? So anyway, she does hair. She takes time to do both of her daughters' hair. And when I say baby kids at its finest, it's not funny. It's not funny. But I want y'all to hear the way the children talk. It always breaks my heart when I hear our kids talk like this. Okay? But y'all think it's funny. You should see the comment section. It's crazy. But here we go. This is the 2 front rows of our community. Ghetto ratchet at its finest. Let's get into it. Here we go.
Still like Instagram.
These are so cute.
Don't put the motherfucking things in my head.
What?
Don't put these motherfucking things in my head.
Wow. These is cute kiwis.
No, they fucking not. If I'm Kid Kiwi and y'all seen all them comments and y'all still like it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, boy-headed hoes.
You go outside, listen, because you a little bit too young for this hairstyle, and I'm not raising no hoes.
Hoes? Hold on, I ain't no hoe. I'm trying to make some money off these bones. On my soul, the bag's out here, yes. You see these bones, step in.
You talking Zaza?
Yeah, I'm talking about Zaza's that loud. Yeah, you trying to look like the bones, come to the right place.
Hold on, somebody trying to run off with a ball.
Now, the oldest baby looked like she about 12, okay? The other one looked like she's about 8, okay? Now, I see somebody wrote something nasty about me, Malik. That's nice of you, Malik. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, my dear, I know you thought you were throwing some shade at me. I am not, okay? I am not. And I'm going to share something with you. I would never put that in the comments section. Like, that's just sad. You know, you're talking about people like that. And if I was, I don't know if I'll be able to function a whole stream. But I'm just saying, be nice. You ain't got to be nasty. You know what I'm saying? Be nice now. If I offend you, scroll up, baby. If it bothers you to see me, scroll up, baby. This is grown folk conversation. Hey, David, what's up, baby? So now when I heard this, I was like, these 2 little monsters, okay, She done raised these two little monsters, okay? And this is the thing, when y'all raise them like this, they get older and they start whooping on y'all ass. That's y'all remember that what was that? Was it Popeyes that they was at? No, Church's Chicken. Is it Church's Chicken? Or was it? Yeah, it was Church's Chicken, I believe. Mama and daughter was scrapping. Mama and daughter was scrapping. When y'all raise these children to talk the way they talk and get in here and disrespect you, they get older and they whoop on that ass. That's what happened. Like, take heed, as old as I am, that oldest child know not to even curse at me. She know not to even say one curse word to me. Wherever I'm at, she know. She know things to say and things not to say. All these children in the house, they know. Yet because y'all want to be these children friend. And then when they get older, they start whooping on your ass. Then you trying to call her daddy. This is the problem that I have with a lot of melanated people in our community. We think this funny. All the people in the comments section was like promoting her and this and that about her doing the baby's hair and all this foolishness. Okay? Oh, she looks so cute with her hair done like that and this and that. But she cursing. She cursing and getting indignant. And so we think that's fine. Now, this is nothing new what we heard, okay? Now, y'all know the Christies, they done released them. Y'all know, right? This is all over social media. So when they released the Christies, they also, commuted the 6 life sentences for federal for Larry Hoover, okay? So a lot of people believe that didn't make sense. They shouldn't have did nothing with Larry Hoover. But I'm going to share something with you. Those 6 life sentences that Larry got in federal prison, he has not seen anybody. He has lived in a closet for over, I think, what they say, 35 to 40 years, right? So without any physical touch from his family, hugging his family and stuff like that, he couldn't touch his family at all. So a man that's 74 years old, he's been away from his family, couldn't touch his family and other stuff. You don't know how much this meant the world to him. Now, other than what the governor gonna do, I don't know if the governor gonna do anything. But at least the family will be able to touch him now. Don't you know Larry Hoover's son said, I have never desired to hug and kiss a man all my life, but I can't wait to hug and kiss my father. Now, that might be nothing to some of y'all, but that means the world to the family. So shout out to Trump on that one. Now for the Christies, shout out to the Christies because I like their show. I don't hate them, okay? I don't hate them. There's a lot of people who have done what they have done, okay? And they got away with it, okay? I don't hate them, okay? Because I always liked the husband, okay? But he came out and he had said something, which black people had already know this already. We already know this, that this happens to a lot of our brothers when they go into prison. But this is what he said. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Check this out right here.
Anyone that says that it's a fair shake, it's not. Because I dealt with young African-American males in the prison that I was in that were not treated the same. They were denied programming. They were denied access to certain things. I was not denied that, but we know why I wasn't denied that. And so I think that is a much bigger picture that we all as a society as a whole need to look at, that we are one. And whether you're Republican, Democrat, or whatever, at the end of the day, when you're in that hospital, you don't care if it's a Democrat treating you or a Republican. Now, some of you may, but I want whoever's going to be the best person to do that. Anyone that says that it's a fair shake, it's not. Because I dealt with young...
Now, if Christy didn't come out and say that, and it's sad that he might be the voice of change, okay? But there's so many, okay, black people who have said this, melanated people who have said this, that there's so many disparities when it comes to black men being in prison and white men being in prison. Okay? And Christy said, I saw a lot being in prison and how they treated the African American men and how they treated me being a white man. We're not going to harp on that too long because y'all already know what that is. Okay? Now, I got another video under Christy, and I thought it was the cutest, melanated babies, in a healthy household, okay? And I thought it was the sweetest thing. I'm gonna let y'all, watch it when you get a chance. Right under the Christy video for Hollywood Unlocked, if y'all go to our group chat, and you'll see the two babies in the bassinet, beautiful melanated babies. Oh my God, it touched my heart. I couldn't stop smiling at the video. My king said, "You want to do something about that?" I said, "Sir, don't touch me. I don't have time for all that right there." Okay? I'm too old to be having some little monsters looking at me talking about mama, mama, I want to be breastfed. I don't have time for that. Okay? I'm too old right now. And I don't want to be one of those mamas that's talking about that's not my mama. That's not my grandma. That's my mama. I don't want to be one of those women. Okay. Shout out to the women who had their babies early. Thank God. Okay. If I want to have a wine baby, I had already had one. I had did some shit by the bar a couple years ago. Okay. Still can't believe I was able to get down that low. But I was by the bar a couple years ago, me and my king, and the house was empty. And that's how we got the wine baby that, she 10 now. Okay. So that's how we had got that wine baby. My king said you did it too low. You went too low. So that's what happened. Okay. Now we going to scroll up. Okay. Now, I want y'all to listen to this because a young man had posted this on his page. Okay, they didn't say who he was. They only got the other content creator who posted. They didn't say who the young man was. But I thought this was so true. Okay, check this out. This gonna hurt a little bit. The youngins is waking up. The young people is waking up. Okay, here we go.
You see me, you wanna eat though. Like, I'm on your fucking back. Like, why you wanna eat every time you see me, bro? Like, you don't eat at home. Can you cook? You can't cook? Huh? Are you here because you want me to get you food every time? Like, what's going on? Because you wanna eat every time you see me, bro.
Can't eat in peace.
Bro, you can eat in peace, but why you always wanna eat when you see me? Like, why the fuck you always wanna, like, every time you pull up, you wanna go eat, bro?
I'm hungry.
Eat home then.
Okay, I got
cook.
3 times a day.
Cook. Cooking out food for all day, bro. You can't be spending money at McDonald's every night, bro.
I ain't done.
No, I'm not done. Are you listening to me?
These young ones is growing up said, every time you see me, you want to eat. Do you cook at home? These young ones is growing up, they're like, I'm tired. I am tired. Every time I pick you up, you want me to spend money on you. Shout out to the young ones who understanding the truth. Now, Walker, that's no shade, Walker. That's no shade. I was in that boat before, baby. I was in that boat before, okay? She must have went too low. You had to take it there. I understand. I've been in that boat before, okay? When the doctor tell you it's not menopause. When the doctor tell you it's not menopause, okay? Because I could have sworn that's what it was. The doctor said, no, that's not menopause. Doctor said you're pregnant. I said, what? The doctor said you're pregnant. As I'm driving home, okay? I'm driving home, okay? I'm looking at my husband. He laughing, okay? And I tell him, I said, I hate you, right? Driving home and stuff. And he looks at me and he says, I know the day. I know the day. He said, remember that day the kids was gone, everybody was in school, I was off, and we were, having, some wine by the bar. And I said, yeah. He said, and then you had did this move that I ain't see since when we were young. And he said, that's when. And I just looked at him and I rolled my eyes. And I was so upset. Okay. And my king said, you're gonna have to get past it because We about to have a baby. You're gonna have to get past that. Okay. So it was hard telling the kids that we was pregnant. The kids was looking like, what? How? You know, the little one, well, not the little one at the time, but you know, she was big then. She was like, how? You know? And my husband was like, Mommy and Daddy will explain that to you one day. You know? And my king was laughing. He thought the shit was funny. Okay? Okay, Renee said that move got you locked up. I know. That's why don't listen when you drinking too much. Don't think you could do the shit you used to do back in the day. Don't get in here and think you could do the shit you used to do back in the day. Okay? Baby, listen, I was a true cowgirl. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you can do shit you used to do back in the day because your body ain't used to the shit. And so now when you do it, your body like, oh, she trying to make a baby. You know what I'm saying? So now your body is ready. You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, she ready to make a baby. Okay? So shout out, listen, shout out to Walker's wife. Shout out to Walker's wife because she you know what I'm saying? She did a move that took it back. Shout out to Walker's wife. Congratulations on the new baby coming, sir. Okay? That's what you get. That wine to get you in trouble. That wine will get you in trouble. Now take heed doing it for practice. I'm doing it for practice, baby. I'm doing it for practice now. Okay? That's right. I'm doing it for practice now. Okay? Now, let's get to the next video. Okay? Let's get to the next video. Okay, this nasty. Okay, this nasty right here. Here we go.
They be wanting niggas to treat them like princesses, but y'all act like niggas, bro. In today's generation, in today's society, the average female is an 18-year-old nigga, bro. Y'all ass talk like a nigga, you move like a nigga, you walk like a nigga. Y'all live like niggas, bro. Y'all eat, drink, sleep, piss, go to the club, smoke hookah. You live like a pirate, real life, bro. All y'all do is crab boils, drink, and smoke. That's a pirate-based lifestyle. And then you be coming to the nigga talking about something. Why can't you treat me and let me live in my femininity and let me be submissive? You don't want to be submissive, nigga. The moment a nigga try to goddamn be a nigga, bro, the female goddamn is like, you're doing too much. Da, 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 da. Hey, bro, I ain't finna get into that shit because it's a very controversial statement, but a lot of people can agree. Females be saying they want to be feminine, and they be saying they want to live inside they goddamn, what's that shit called? They be wanting to live inside I'm trying to think of what it's called. They soft girl era. Y'all ain't no soft girls, y'all niggas is thugs. Y'all females around this bitch talking about something Brody and no cap, and y'all be out here calling niggas twin and some more shit, man. The day the female called me twin, all that princess shit out the window, man. Use the bro, on God. And you shouldn't feel no type of way when I treat you like the bro. The fuck, twin? Come on, now. How the fuck you acting like King James and you want me to... Women be wanting niggas...
Where's the lie? Where's the lie? Because some of y'all try to move like men. That's nasty, right? But where is the lie? He's not lying. You act like a man, and y'all proud to say that. Y'all like, I move just like a ninja. Y'all proud to say that. It's not just the younger ones. The older ones in my time used to say that too. I move just like a ninja. You know what I'm saying? That's how they were. The difference is, I'm going to share something with you. This is the difference. This nasty what I'm about to say. A man can go screw his side chick in the alleyway. Watch this. A man can screw his side chick in the alleyway. And then once he get the nut clarity, he can pull up his clothes and go home and sleep with his wife and not even think about him screwing, not even him thinking again that he screwed you in the alleyway. Men can do so many things that is not even funny. Like, you know what, I'm gonna share something with you. This is the death trap that most of y'all women get into when you tell a man, "Oh, I just want to be friends," I just want to be friends, screwing partners. We just gonna be screwing partners because y'all be believing that you're not gonna get no feelings, right? Okay, you're not gonna get no feelings. Oh no, we could just be screwing. I ain't gonna get no feelings towards you and this and that, right? Then a month later, you asking him why he ain't leave his wife, why he ain't leave his girlfriend. It's only been a month. It's only been a month that he laid that hammer down. Okay, it's only been a month. There's some men that can eat between your walls from left to right. I know I'm trying not to be too fresh today, but there's a man that can go in and eat you from left to right and make you lose your mind. Mm-hmm. And in the daylight, you'll be walking around, okay, with a lampshade on top of your head trying to find him in the daylight. But y'all be wanting to move like ninjas. See, a man can capture your mind, and this is the thing that a lot of y'all women don't believe this either. But a man can capture your mind and have you doing shit that you ain't never done before in your life. One thing about take heed, and I'm gonna share something with you. This is in my younger days, okay? I'm not that old, but my younger days, okay? When I first met my king, and I was in my 20s, this man had me coming to see him at 3 in the morning with a hoodie on, my hat on backwards, my cap on backwards with some fitted jeans and some Nikes early in the morning. Okay, mind you, where I lived at, my street was good, but the side streets was like gangster. So I had to put my shit on, you know what I'm saying, to get to where he lived. That's how good the dick was. So I was like already strapped up and shit, trying to get to this man's house. Okay? Now, if I would have said to him, I just want to be your friend. I just want to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be screwing you from time to time, right? Whatever man that I was messing with, I would have cheated on them. I'd have cheated on them. Okay? That's how good it is. I would have been cheating on this man. You understand? Because this man already had captured my mind. See, that's why you have to be careful of what you do. Because what happens is the man that you talk about, I'm just going to screw you, and he go and capture your mind when he done laid that pipe down. Now, whatever man you get next is a problem now, because you going to cheat. You going to cheat. I'm so happy when my king was like, I want a relationship with you. I took it. I took yes, I accept. Yes, because whoever I would have went out there and tried to, you know what I'm saying? I kid you not, take heed, was in jeans and Nikes, late in the midnight hour in a hoodie and a cap on, flip to the back, walking on 3rd Street in Elizabeth. Late in the midnight hour. Even though I was from that area, a lot of shit could have happened to me late in the midnight hour, but I'm trying to go get dick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you know. Okay? So if I had said that, oh no, I just want to be your friend, this and that, whatever, we'd be just screwing and this and that, whatever, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm moving like, trying to move like a ninja, okay? Trying to say, oh, nah, I'm just going to go for the D and this and that. This man had my nose wide open. Like, this was a whole problem, okay? So whatever man that I would have been in a real relationship with, I'd have been cheating on this brother. Yeah. Anytime my king would have called me like, yeah, I want to see you around 2 Sunday in the morning, I'd have been gone. Whoever house I was out of, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. I gotta make some moves. I gotta go. Yeah, I'd have been just like that. I watched a woman on IG. She was saying that no matter where she is, this one man can call her late in the midnight hour and she will come. With everything he asked her to bring, she will come, because the way he lay it down. Take Heed would have been one of those women, but the blessing is I was able to marry mine. Thank God. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? Yes, I said it. Ain't God good? So now, when I heard this, I was like, this young man is right. He right. That's nasty. A lot of y'all be wanting to move like ninjas, but y'all don't understand the consequences. Ain't that crazy? Now, why is Take Heed saying that? Because when y'all trying to move like ninjas, this is what happened. Check this out right here.
We can talk about it another day. No, it's not going to be another day. So then it's not going to be another day, then I don't give a fuck. And I'm asking, can we talk about this, please? Nothing to talk about. Leave. You just called me last night. So fuck what? Leave. You wasn't doing this. Leave. I'm not, why am I still talking? Oh my God. I don't give a fuck. Why do you, this is the junk shit I'm talking. You can't handle your living. Go about your business. I'm not trying to do some shit like that. Call your friends her birthday. What the fuck are we talking about? I need her people.
Now, let me lay the story out for you. It's in our group chat as well. She's crying because her boyfriend caught her sleeping with his brother. And she's trying to fix the situation. How can you fix it? Do anybody know how you can fix the situation? You slept with your boyfriend's brother. And you're saying, we can't fix it. How can you fix this situation, baby? You slept with your boyfriend's brother. I hope I said that right the first time. You slept with your boyfriend's brother. And now you're crying because you're trying to fix the situation. You see? Trying to move like a ninja. You trying to move like it. But when the consequences come down, you don't know how to handle it. What will possess you to go sleep with his brother, though? 18 said the situation should have never happened in the first place. How you think this man's supposed to talk to you? How do you think you're supposed to fix this situation? His brother, that's nasty as F. Yes, it is. It's nasty. How you think you're supposed to handle the situation, baby? It's his brother. How you fixing that? How you doing that, baby? Let me know, because there's no way you can fix that type of situation. You slept with his brother. Talking about, I love you. How? How, Sway? How, Sway? I can't. Shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. I want y'all to hear what Lost in Translation dropped on social media with another content creator, okay? I want y'all to hear this, okay? Humble Dad was the other content creator. Shout out to both of these amazing brothers, okay? But I want y'all to hear what he said. Shout out to Lost in Translation one more time. Here we go.
People love to, come after the original.
That is a bar. That is a bar.
People love to come after the original.
They do.
Yeah. And there's a reason for that. And I told them, if you read it long enough, you'll find out why. Because the original requires you to be better. The original requires you to be patient. The original requires you to be kind. be long suffering. You know, there's a lot of things that the original requires you to do. And the thing about it is that you also have a choice whether you want to do them or not. And the thing about it is that it's that the meeting of the choice in the mind is where the decision is made. And if you don't have a track record like you had a track record of your success, then you wouldn't know that God would always be there for you. You know, he said, I will always be with you. I will never leave you nor forsake you. That's what they say. Yeah, so that's why I tell people all the time, man, don't worry about where your provision is going to come from, because he may change where that comes from. Even in the Bible, he said, I commanded a raven to feed you there. Yeah, because sometimes your provision will dry up where you at. He'll call for the move. Nowhere am I do. Yes, I commanded your raven to feed you there. And then you know what I tell people, man, God's love language is obedience. It really is. He said, if you keep my commandments. Come on, Mouse. Yeah. That's so good. Delayed obedience is disobedience. Man, God, please help me to not delay in my obedience. Make sure that I am very well aware of when you want me to move, for sure. What do you think, what happens when men lead like Christ in their homes and in their communities? I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. It's going to come back tenfold. It's going to rub off. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you make it a standard, be the best that you can be, and the people around you are going to do the exact same thing. And what's going to happen is people are going to surprise you. People are going to come back and tell you, hey, I thank you for what you've done for me. They're going to come back and do things for you. They'll give you blessing that you didn't count on. You know, like I said, a rising tide raises all ships. That's for real, man. So when you improve the life of everybody around you, you in essence level up yourself and you glorify God because you did it the way he told you to do it. So people love to.
I love that. Shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. He's right. They love to come at the original. The original meaning marriage, the man and a woman. See, society never want to see a man and a woman coexist under one roof. They never want to see that. When a woman come up here and she brag about her husband, how good her husband is and how kind he is and how loving he is, or if she come to social media and she talk about how she loved to screw her husband, it bothers a lot of people, you know. I like my husband. I like to bite him. I like to pull on him. I like to fight him. I had a pillow fight with my husband last night. And then after that, you know, y'all already know. Okay. So this is the uncomfortable truth. The original will always get pushed back because, you know, we don't want y'all to exist. You know what I'm saying? We don't want happy marriages to exist. So we got to always come up here and tell you about all the bad marriages and all the cheating and this and that. Mind you, in marriage is always going to be different seasons. Everything is not going to always be perfect. That's the thing y'all be missing all the time. But yes, I'm going to give pushback to the original because I don't need y'all to give out advice. Okay? Okay, that's right. That's right, Walker. Don't get in here and start trouble with me. Yes, right. That's right. After the pillow fight came, that's what it did. That's what it did. Okay. Now Malik said, "Girl, you a pick me," shaking my head. So sad they believe that ish. They do. They believe it. Law said that even Yahweh loves obedience. Yahweh made man in his own image, did he not? Yahweh made man in his own image. This is why a man would rather that you what? Be obedient. Is that nasty? Did I go too far? Wait a minute. Wait now. A man would rather that you respect him than love him. I would rather you respect me. Men will get out here and tell you, I would rather you respect me than love me. You want to know why? Because men know if you respect me first, then love follows. He knows that. He knows if you respect me first, then love follows. Any woman who says she respects her husband, she has a healthy fear of this man. Is that nasty? I ain't gonna say bitch what? Fat bitch what? If any woman who respects her husband, she has a healthy fear of her husband. Meaning she can't do certain shit to her husband. Like any woman who get out here and tell her something, she can't do it. You will never get Take Heed to sign up for some bullshit against my husband. I might whoop your ass just for you suggesting the shit. You know what I'm saying? But Take Heed to the Message does not support violence unmonetized, okay? I ain't gonna get in here. I ain't gonna get in here and do that. Now, shout out to Lost in Translation, because that was amazing. Now, this is gonna be the last video of the day, and we gonna talk about it. Shout out to the Breakfast Club. My melanated sisters, you're very delusional. Some of y'all, okay? I want to say some. I want all of y'all to get upset with me today. Tomorrow, I'll say all of y'all, okay? But you're very delusional because there was a woman who came to the Breakfast Club and her and Just Hilarious was going in, okay? Going in with this conversation. And I just want black people, because some black men do this too, that y'all believe this foolishness too. The ones that I'm looking at is the Pookeishas and the Rakeishas and the Pookies and Reres. I'm looking at this group of people because some of y'all be educated and y'all be Pookies and Reres and Pookeisha and Rakeisha. So it don't even matter. We be thinking that the ghetto people is just these people who are uneducated, but no, it be y'all educated ones that your mama done spent all that money on college and y'all come out with the dumbest shit to say on social media. So this woman right here got into a little disagreement with Just Hilarious. Okay? Check this out. If you have a womb, what are you? If you have a womb, put it in the chat. Let me know. Okay? Put it in the chat. What are you if you have a womb? Because I love how Just Hilarious broke this down to this woman. But if you have a womb, what are you? You have a womb. Only one person in the world has a womb. Okay? Only one person in the world has a womb. It's a woman. Yes. Now check this out. This is what the disagreement that Just Hilarious had with another woman. Okay? And young Black and Wealthy dropped this on his page. So check this out. This is what happened.
You gotta find that balance. And for you, I want somebody who knows that women can have babies. Oh, okay. Only women can have babies. I just want to let you know that.
Interesting. There are other people who can have babies.
Okay.
Yeah. But they just might not identify as women. Okay. Those are two different things. Like you can be biologically female, but you can't be biologically woman. Because woman is a gender construct. Okay. A social construct. But if you got a uterus, yeah, you can have a baby.
Yes, that's the point. If you have a uterus, you can have a baby.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we agree on that.
When my mind, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. When my mind, I said, wait a minute, why? When you hear shit like this, you say, wait a minute, why? We send our babies to school and they come out with like the stupidest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like no logic at all. You know what I'm saying? Just like when, what's his name? I forgot his name. He sat up there and told Candace Owens that men can have babies. That broke my heart. I said, oh, hell no. He said, men can have babies. Now, I want to share something with y'all. Because some of y'all, excuse me, some of y'all bragging about they going to have fake wombs. Not wombs, but they're going to be able to have wombs, built wombs, and put them in men who want to transition. Okay? All right. So one thing that y'all don't understand about the human body, I just want to share this with you. One thing you don't understand about the human body is that when you put something into the body and it doesn't belong, okay, the body will go and try to kill it. Whatever it is designed, it doesn't belong there. So the body will go and try to kill it, okay, because it doesn't belong there, okay. And the process, it can probably take you out too. That's why the body get hot. Like when the body got something in it, some type of bacteria or something like that, you know, the body rise up high because they're trying to burn whatever's going on in the body, trying to sweat it out, trying to kill it, right? So that's why the body get hot. Anytime you get sick or something like that, any type of thing you got going on, your body immediately go to fever. Boom. Okay? So now you're trying to put wounds in men. Okay? I'm just saying, that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to put wounds in men. Okay? Let me share something with y'all for the people who think that this makes sense. Okay? Do you know when a woman JJ opens, right? Okay? It look like this. Now, mind you, it might look like this right now. You know what I'm saying? It look like this right now as you know, tearing it up. But when we're gonna be nice. Some of y'all look like this. Some of y'all look like this. Okay. But when a baby is coming out, okay, this thing spread like this. Okay. It looked like claws. Okay, like claws, like it looked like you know what I'm saying? It looked like something about to jump out at your ass. That's what it looked like. So now you can imagine that down here how your body stretch, because we're designed for that to open. We're designed. Yahweh, thank you, Yahweh. Yahweh designed us to open like that. Okay. But mind you, even though Yahweh designed us to open up like that, even though he did. Okay, even though. Okay, now, wait a minute. Now, Renee said they ain't ready. They ain't ready, Queen. I know. Steven said, like the predator. Yes, honey, it's nasty. Okay, so now as it opens, okay, it look like talons and shit as it opens. Okay, and she's giving life. Okay. All right, let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, she's 3 steps from heaven's door. Like if one of the angels opened the door, she'll fall in. Like she 3 steps from heaven's door. This is a road that all women cross when they're bearing children. Okay, this is why the doctor watching everything. The nurses is watching everything because they want to make sure you able to push this baby out and still be here. So they're watching. They got all this stuff on you and everything like that because they want to make sure you make it. Okay. So this is 3 steps from heaven door. Now you can imagine, okay, a person who got this done, okay, and now you trying to bring forth life. You're not 3 steps from heaven door because your body is not designed for that. You just gonna fall right through. That's it. Like it's done. You're gone. Ain't no way you're living through that. Women are designed. That bone that we have in the back, that spine, okay? That spine is to withstand all pressure. Do you hear me? Yahweh gave us that spine to withstand all pressure, all that's below, okay? All that's below. How that body open the way it do, how you able to spread your legs the way you do. Yahweh had designed us to take that pressure. That's why when women say my back, it's pressure on my back. You designed to take that pressure. Yahweh had made you to be able to take that pressure. Okay? That's why when you getting that pressure going, your mama get in there or your husband in there, tell you, baby, call on God. You understand? Call on God. Y'all keep playing. Y'all keep playing. Y'all keep playing with God design. Y'all keep playing. That's right. That's right. I'm telling you, keep playing. God ain't nothing to play with, but y'all be doing it, you know. Keep messing with his design. Y'all gonna F around and find out y'all gonna have a lot of people gone on to glory. It is nothing, this is not a cakewalk having a baby. You already talking to God. You're communing with God already as you trying to give birth. He lining you up. He communing when you got a head in the family. Your husband is already lining up with the communion with God because you trying to give birth. Your husband is already there talking to God. Okay? He's communing with God on your behalf. So now you behind your husband, you communing with God. And God says it will be so. And then all of a sudden the baby come, boom. I gotta go. Everybody have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. Everybody who took time to donate to the channel, Corey Joe, I appreciate you, sir. Sun Kiss, I saw you as well. Thank you for donating to the channel as well. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Now, this was the first thing I wanted to give, and this will be to Corey Joe. Okay. Now, when I heard this sister say this, I was like, this is music to my ears. Here we go.
Men or white men? You want the Morris Chestnut or the Ashton Kutcher?
Nah, give him a black man for sure. Give him a black man. Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm not really the type to date a white man. No.
No, Ashton Kutcher for you?
Honestly, even in my own race, like I can't date a light skin, like I can't. Gotta drink, that caramel, that little chocolate,
So what you like about black men?
Everything. It's not one specific thing. It's everything. Everything comes with everything.
Now that's nasty because that is a Latino sister talking about black men. And when a sister like me hear it, my heart sings, honey. Because let me share something with you. I understand. Okay. Now, no shot at the light-skinned brothers. My brothers, no shot at y'all. I love y'all too. But ain't nothing like a chocolate melanated man. Okay? Ain't nothing like it. When you see them walk out the shower, you got Hercules, because it look good. Okay? Especially when they put that, listen, the baby oil, no Diddy. No Diddy. Because, you got to be careful when you say that now. Okay? Now, to the next person who donated to the channel, I appreciate you. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay? And this is so Corey Joe, I got already. Sun Kiss, here we go. Sun Kiss, this for you, baby. Here we go.
Like a cornrow, I wear cornrow. The only reason why you wear cornrow is because you got a brother on your arm. If you didn't have a brother, you wouldn't have no cornrow. Brother on my arm, no brother on your arm. If I like a cornrow, I wear cornrow.
Shout out to Sun Kiss. Sun Kiss, I appreciate you. Okay? Thank you so much for donating to the channel, for y'all taking time to donate to the channel. Okay? Now, for all the women, I'm going to get y'all in trouble right now after we close out. Okay? I'm going to get y'all in trouble right now because it's Saturday. Okay? Take heed, promote you sleeping with your husband. I promote you sleeping with your husband. I promote it. Screw your husband all the time. Okay? That's the story of the day. Screw your husband all the time. Any chance you get, screw him. You know what I'm saying? Be nice. Be nice to him. And so when I heard this, I had played this for my husband late in the midnight hour, and all he could do was laugh. Now, after I finished playing this video, we closing out, y'all. Thank you to everybody who took time to donate to the channel. Thank you to everybody who came and gave me the views for the first stream and the second stream. I appreciate y'all. I will clip this as the second stream and put Black Fatigue and current events Black Fatigue and Ghetto Fatigue together. I'm not going to mention the stores, y'all, because I told y'all I closed all the stores down for the holiday, okay? Well, not the holiday, but I'm leaving, okay? I'm calling it a holiday. Anyway, the merch is still available. Hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, all that good stuff in YouTube. If you scroll to the top of the page, you will see shop or store. Okay? Y'all, God willing, everything be all right with y'all while I'm gone. And God willing, everything be all right with us while we gone as well. Thank you to everybody who came out and rocked with me. But my sisters, I want y'all to listen to this. I shared this with my husband last night. And he said, okay. You know, that's all he said was okay. Anyway, it went left after that because we was playing, you know, with the pillows and stuff like that. We was playing pillow fight, so it had went left after I played this video. Okay, so here we go. Here we go right here. So that just sounds like someone was enjoying themselves. So I see y'all later, God willing. Okay. Now listen to me. Remember, play this for your husband. Okay. I love you guys. Okay. I love you. Be nice. Okay. Be friendly with that JJ. Okay. Be friendly to your husband with that JJ. Okay.